And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us on the Doing All Right. We ain't doing nothing else. Well, Brian, we got two more of these remote shows, and then
Yeah,
we on to the big leagues.
two more. Yeah, as left as you did. Thanks. It was nice to see you
Mm-hmm.
this morning, and then nice to see you on Cowboys break.
Yes, sir.
I thought your grade was an A plus. You know, we're grading position groups. I thought you were an A plus. I thought it was a B minus. But yeah, it was. We're getting. They were testing cameras this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look good. I'm
Okay, well, hold on now, Brian. Brian's Wi-Fi kicked him out there. So here we go. Go try again. Bam. Okay, you say they was doing what to the cameras this morning? You said, Brian.
I'm not at the studio today. I'm actually at the 1053 studio. So if
Yeah.
this Wi-Fi is acting up, it ain't my Wi-Fi acting up. It's the station's Wi-Fi. But sorry about that. Yeah, but we got cameras going up,
Yeah.
microphones, everything's getting set up right now. So hopefully this weekend you and I could test it a little bit and see
Sure.
where we're at. I was encouraged by you getting on that big board and
Yes, sir.
looking at some plays and stuff like that. So it should be a lot of fun.
Bryan Broaddus is not cheaping out. He got me a nice Microsoft Surface tablet that they use on the sidelines of the game or whatever. So I'll be breaking down my film as we do that. So I'll be troubleshooting with that. Brian, so waivers cleared. And
Yeah.
we got an opportunity to look at the Cowboys. Well, the teams that did put in waiver claims or whatnot. Philly ended up with damn Willie Lampkin. That bothers me how good they get Bryan Broaddus. 5'10" guard out of Carolina, I
Yeah.
believe. So now he's with them. That sucks. But to your point though, Bryan Broaddus, we talked about the D tackle CJ Okoye and the possibility that the Cowboys could or somebody could go after him, or if we would even go after tackle at all. CJ Okoye signed to the Ravens practice squad. Now you can still get him because he's on the practice squad, but the
Right.
Cowboys put waivers in for two DBs, Brian. And I don't know nothing about these
That's what we have.
characters, so I'm gonna have to watch the
Yeah.
film, and me and you will come back and talk about it. But
Yeah.
Trequezie Bridges from the Chargers. Apparently, he played DB at Florida. And Reddy Stewart. I hope he's ready. He's a DB, played at Troy. He came from Minnesota. So basically, what this says to me, Brian, is that Kalen Carson's going to be moving to the IR, and Diggs is not going to be ready day one. You said that they were shooting for week 2, but that's still speculative. It could be week 2 or 3. So the fact that the Cowboys put in 2 waivers for 2 DBs, that says that they really wanted to get some bodies in there, Brian.
Yeah, were they awarded the players? Do we know if they were awarded both of them? So both these guys are on the Cowboys right now, or were these just claims that were made?
Joe Hoyt says from Dallas Morning News. He says Cowboys
Yeah.
awarded 2 cornerbacks, cornerback
Okay,
Trequezie Bridges and Reddy Stewart.
okay,
Yeah.
so they got it both. Okay,
Yeah.
I wonder who they released to get those 2 guys on.
Okay.
So that's the next question that we need to kind of figure out.
Okay.
Man, I hate the fact that I'm on my phone because I could probably, if I was in my studio, I could probably text a guy and find out who.
Damn.
He
Okay, I
moved
got you,
on from.
Brian. Per Todd Archer, this just came out 4 minutes ago. The
Yeah, okay.
Cowboys released Andrew Booth and Zion Childress.
Oh, okay. Ooh, all right. Wow. Jeez.
Releasing
And we thought
Childress, that would make me feel that they feel really good about Diggs because Childress is your only nickel guy. And besides
yeah,
that,
and
Bland would be your nickel guy, right, Brian?
maybe the hope is that they could get Childress to the practice squad and use him as an up and down guy.
Yeah.
But man, that is, and this shows you though that they went into that last preseason game not playing Booth,
Yeah.
thinking that he is going to have. So obviously, uh, the Alex Loomis, director of the pro personnel stuff, pro scouts, felt like that these 2 players that they've added are better than guys. Booth's been here for 2 years now, and and Childers, who I felt like showed enough to make this football team. They clearly don't think that's the case. So let's see if they can get him back on the practice squad. The way the practice squad rules are nowadays, even if you cut somebody, you can if they clear, you can bring them back. So this would be something that man, think about this though, Voch, going into a game
Yeah.
week from tomorrow. You're throwing two corners out there likely
Yeah.
that haven't even practiced with you.
Sure.
You know, that just kind of shows you the state. And we need to figure out the deal with Diggs. And if Diggs, in fact, if they feel like that maybe Diggs could go out there and play some snaps for him, boy, I was told that like they're looking at Diggs as more like the conditioning, and then week two, that would be 8 weeks. But maybe they feel good enough about Diggs that they could play with Diggs out there, Bland inside, and let's be honest, we haven't seen a whole hell of a lot of Deron Bland playing in training camp,
Sure.
playing slot corner.
Sure.
So wow, this might be a hold on to your ass moment for the Dallas Cowboys in Week 1.
And you're still not even sure if Mike is going to be there for you week 1, Brian. It just seems like a lot of moving parts going to go play the Super Bowl champions week 1. You haven't heard of Trequezy, and I hope I'm saying his name right because it sounds good.
No, I have not. I have not. I'm gonna have to hit my gang of 7 guys because those were 2 guys, 2 names that I'm gonna like you. I'm gonna have to grab the tape and get on it, and just add that onto the Philadelphia tape that we got to watch this week, getting ready, for stuff. So
yeah,
should be a problem, but hopefully you have a scouting report on him. Maybe a little bit later on, maybe I dive onto our channel there at Crown Global Media and give a scouting report if I get these guys done in time.
Brian, would this be a move that they're trusting Will McClay and his crew and their evaluation of an outside guy?
No question.
Because
No
think
question.
about the guys that are in house already. Like Keemon Hall was in the house, Zion Childress,
Yeah.
Israel were all in the house. So you really have to trust Will McClay. So for him to be like, hey, these outside guys can play, and we're gonna have to move on from these guys that we know and trust to believe in the guys that Will's been watching, right?
I did not think that Childress played badly at all. I can understand what Booth looked better here recently, but man, I mean that's the thing. That's the first thing. If you tell me they moved on from 2 corners, and I was kind of thinking that player 53 on this roster maybe might have been Cornelius, maybe even Mozzie Smith. They moved on from a position that they needed some help at. But man, I didn't think they were going to double dip this thing like they did. Hey, good for them. They feel like if they I hope they get Childress back on practice squad. I liked him enough to say that, but if they go into this game with these 2 cats, and they have been in training camp, so it's not a problem. But they're gonna this is a big this is shoddy, really trusting Will and Alex Loomis that these 2 guys can really help them.
All right, then, Brian. So I think the Cowboys are currently putting together their practice squad guys, and I believe I saw someone say that Ernest Brown had been signed to it. I'm just trying to figure out this whole corner stuff, Brian, because because if Zion is on your team, he's safe here. But if you do bring Zion Childress back as a practice squad guy, then other teams that have been watching film on him, they have the ability to come and take him from you. Like that's just
they do.
Maybe you're gonna get on your golden phone at some point, Brian, and text some people.
Oh
and get some
I'm
answers.
gonna figure it out. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out because, like I said, to me, I said this. I understand what they did with Booth. I get that.
Sure, Booth makes sense.
The Childress one, and maybe I'm reading into this too much.
Sure.
But I thought Childress was a damn physical player, and maybe when we watch these 2 guys play, in the preseason, that we see a similar type of player, maybe better cover guys.
Well,
we'll
damn.
See.
So if Diggs isn't ready week 1, who's playing nickel corner for you? Because Bland will be your outside guy. Booth is out already. Carson is IR guy. So I guess week 1 versus the Eagles, it'll be Elam, some placement of Bland somewhere. And I thought that Childress would be the nickel guy in game 1.
I did too. But that maybe they feel like these guys could be ready, or maybe they get Booth, or assuming they get Childress through to the practice squad, or they get somebody through to the practice squad that they could do that activation thing with. You know, that like they're on the practice squad and then they activate them for the game
Mm-hmm.
and you play. We saw that they did that with, the linebacker last year. They kept, he was Nick Vigil. He was always on the practice squad and then he would get the elevation. There's only so many of those you can do. But man, this one was surprised. Usually you wouldn't think going player for player, and
Mm-hmm.
especially in a position where there might be some struggle. But if Alex Loomis and Will McClay feel like that these two guys are better than the two guys you're putting on the street,
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to see about that.
Okay, so they made these moves for these corners, Brian. Does that mean that
Mhm.
D tackle is off the list altogether? That they're probably not looking in that direction? Because already on the roster they got 5 guys, which is a large number. But does this
Yeah.
mean that they're not
Well,
going for that at all? Go ahead.
yeah. What's interesting, real quick, if I could circle back about Okoye,
Hell yeah, please.
is the fact that he's already signed with the Ravens means he cleared waivers, which means nobody claimed him. Nobody claimed him. So this also tells me what you and I have been talking about, the way that they're going to play this scheme.
Yeah.
They're
Upfield.
big body guys. Yeah, they're big. It's upfield. It is going to be upfield. It's not going to be, oh, we don't need a 328-pound guy playing. You know, I think they drafted JT with the thought of, man, we really like this guy, but how's Matt Eberflus going to play the scheme? This might be, I'm hoping it's not one of these things where it's kind of like JT turns into a bad scheme fit,
Sure.
Yeah. But we'll see.
And then,
We'll
Brian,
see.
that also makes sense because when we were hearing the rumors that the Cowboys coach is real like Ernest Brown, me watching the film, Brian, I ain't get it. Ernest Brown didn't necessarily fit my eye. That's one of your terms, Brian. He didn't fit my eye all that well. And I thought that it was just I just didn't think that he was all that good. But what Ernest Brown is good at is getting upfield in a hurry. So I guess the moves that they're giving us really is corresponding with what it is that they do. But to your point, how does Toia fit into this thing? And so is Toia supposed to be the 53rd guy? If that's the case, like maybe he's the.
I think it's Cornelius. I think it's Cornelius. I think it's the tackle that's the 53rd offensive tackle. But I could be that they've only got 9 of those guys. Hell, it might be Mozzie Smith.
Sure.
It might be Mozzie, but you would think that maybe. I thought that if they were going to claim a corner, it would be for not a position of the same. Does it make sense? Where corner for corner? I thought it'd be okay. We've got 11 defensive linemen. Let's go there. We need all these corners, but that's not the case at all, man. They went prisoner for prisoner on this one.
Yeah. Are there any other moves you can see the Cowboys looking to make? Because if this is what the roster is, then fine. I know they're going to try to bring back Hakeem Adeniji and C.J. Goodwin. Are they really going to bring back C.J. Goodwin, right? Or, they keep saying that they're going to bring back C.J. Goodwin, but C.J. Goodwin's still just kind of, chilling out there or whatever.
Yeah, I need to ask about that one. I need to ask about that one. To me, Bones Fossil, previous regime, sure. New regime, let's see. But he didn't play the last preseason game.
Sure.
But is that indication? So did Booth. Booth didn't play the last preseason game either. Yeah. So I need to reach out to see. Goodwin gives you nothing on special team. Gives you nothing on
defense.
On defense.
Sure.
So, but what does he really give you on special teams? Last year he was kind of one of the more penalized guys, believe it or not. But here we are.
It'll also be interesting to see how these 2 new corners. How they played teams wherever they came from. Like, were they a part of some teams? And maybe one corner we should take seriously as a corner, but the other is going to be
like better C.J. Goodwin.
C.J.
Goodwin.
Yeah. Or even younger, or even cheaper C.J. Goodwin. But C.J. Goodwin he is cut right now, Brian. Man, besides that, Brian, I'm just looking up and down the timeline here, not really getting a whole bunch more news there. I mean, we're going to be covering this thing all week, really. It's just going to be moves, but I'm still shocked at this whole Childress thing. We don't have to get back into that. But if there were to be like another transaction made, I know you said that Cornelius was the last man. Cornelius was the 53rd man.
I'm just guessing. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm just guessing on that one. To me, because I'm trying to kind of figure out who would probably be the last guy that made the team.
How many more guys do like could we lose? Like Pickens ain't in this conversation at all. You understand what I'm saying? Like there are some guys that ain't going nowhere. But what names that are on the roster right now could be the move you out guys to move a somebody in guy? Toia could be one of those. Cornelius would be one of those. Like would it be one of your linebackers maybe? Let me pull his roster up.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that you got to think about where you're going. I mean, you're go 11 defensive linemen to me is a lot.
That's plenty. I'm hoping not James Houston's one of those guys. Yeah.
10 is cool. 10 is cool, but 11 is like they figured out a way to get Mozzie Smith on the team for Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They got Mozzie Smith on the team for Jerry Jones is what they did. And the head coach let him do it.
Yeah.
You know, the head coach said, fine, you know, if that's what we need to do, that's what we need to do. But that's kind of messing with your, you know, that's the first place I would go.
Yeah.
That's the first place I would go because I have an idea what Mozzie Smith is. But maybe he's I was kind of thinking that if they were claiming somebody and got him, or they made a claim and got a guy.
Sure.
I was interested to see if Mozzie, but man, did Mozzie Smith cost you a Brooks or somebody like that, or Holden? Did he? Yeah, Children. I mean, did he cost you somebody like that?
Social media is talking right now, Bryan Broaddus. Do you, just based on you talking to people in the organization there,
front office,
is running back maybe an option? You think the Cowboys are looking at some running back cuts from around the league?
I'll reach out to me, but when I asked this morning what positions, they said defensive back. They weren't giving me any names. They were just said it wasn't like, oh, we're looking at defensive backs and running backs and linebackers. It was just the only one they mentioned was defensive back. So I think they're probably comfortable with what they got at running back right now.
Okay, Brian. Well, we can make this a quick little update because I am going to go live again, and as I get more information, I'll just be reacting to that. But
yeah, if I hear anything on my end, sure, I'll let you know, and that way you could broadcast it out to all our guys out there.
Okay, sounds good. Bryan Broaddus about to go do some radio over there at 105.3 and the Fan. And Voch is gonna be sitting in the chair doing some YouTube, talking to people finance department, you know, trying to figure out what the hell they want to talk to me about. You feel me? But we gonna tap back in with y'all. We're gonna do the break every day now. It's Monday through Friday, and I'll be traveling to Crown, but starting Monday we're gonna be doing Crown Monday through Friday as well. So y'all go over there, hit the sub button so that you're ready for when we put our content out. All right, we love y'all to pieces. Until next time. All right, Crown.